Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Dr. Detox Show. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and I'm here today with Dr. Bruce Fong, and we're going to be talking about maximum athletic performance and IGF-1. Now, some of you have maybe never heard of IGF-1, but just know this, that some of the top athletes around the world take IGF-1 because they want to be what? On the cutting edge of their performance when it comes to athletics. Dr. Fong, what do you think?
Daryl, this is one of the most wonderful but sometimes controversial topics because when we use the term performance enhancement, professional leagues unfortunately have banned this product because they felt it gave people an unfair advantage. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. If anything, they should have allowed their athletes to do this. I mean, I sometimes think I'm in the wrong profession because these guys are making how many millions for getting out there and playing their sports for a couple of years. But if that's the kind of investment you're making in an athlete, don't you think you want to actually protect that investment? Well, the IGF-1 is there to do exactly that. Every time you work out, every time you exert yourself, you actually damage your muscles, for instance. And that damage is what stimulates the muscles to try to repair and, more importantly, grow so that they can handle the stress in the future. So when we look at these things and we put IGF-1, specifically insulin-like growth factor, on board, it not only enhances that reparative cycle, but it brings the ability to bring, say, in the case of muscles, amino acids more rapidly into the muscle fibers and the tissues themselves. It actually helps to stimulate the growth of those tissues faster and to a larger extent. But the most important part is it is working within the confines of the limitations of your body. In other words, if you're not meant to go above a certain level of something, it's not going to do that. It's not like anabolic steroids, which push you way above and beyond what would be considered safe levels in various tissues, which then, of course, result in other problems. In the case of anabolic steroids, a lot of athletes who've used these, yeah, they get these massive gains in muscle and everything else. But remember, your heart's also a muscle. If that heart muscle tends to get too big and reactive to the stress it's under because of the anabolic steroids, guess what? You lose heart function. So these are the kind of things that do not happen with something natural like the IGF-1. And there's so many studies that have shown that IGF-1, through that whole action of helping to repair, helping to bring the building blocks in there and stimulating the increased and more rapid development and growth of those muscles, results in many things. First off, we get more strength, obviously. We can do things harder. But remember, there are other types of muscle fibers. And there's also conditioning for the rest of the body, which allows for increased stamina. You can do more. So guess what? You keep adding to things, you can do more. You are going to find yourself in a position where you're going to find it easier to do what you're doing, and you can actually build on those skills. You can expand yourself above where you were before. And so it gives you all those gains, but in a healthy way. But most importantly, it helps you to repair damage if you should have damage. It helps you to have that healthier body composition, which in the end gives you that much more health benefit. But all this conditioning stuff with even the cardiopulmonary system is occurring. All this stuff which helps you to burn fat because it conditions the muscle fibers themselves to utilize fat for energy production and switch it a little bit away from the sugar that it normally uses. So all these things add up to more massive gains, more gains that are healthy, and increased stamina. So from an athletic standpoint, it's a win-win. And there's plenty of people that have shown these studies to be the case of people's performance being better. There's a guy named Arkady Koltin, who in the former Soviet Union, who recorded their Olympic swimmers, showing, I would almost call them exponential gains versus the people who were given IGF-1 over the ones that were not. And there's numerous studies that show that. But the bottom line is that if used properly in a complete growth matrix, you run very little risk of any harm, and you have all these wonderful benefits that really take you to where you really want to go. In other words, if you're going to work out, this is going to make it not only easier for you to achieve your goals, but also to help you maintain and improve your health all the way around. So why wouldn't you use it?
Thank you, Dr. Fong. So everybody, let's make a couple things really clear here. It's all natural, and there's no such thing as you not passing a drug test. It's not a drug. I'll tell you, Dr. Fong, I had a professional basketball player that is on our product call us up and said, wow, my performance is so much better. I'm on my game, but you just got to tell me, Dr. Wolfe, that I'm not going to test for this. And I go, well, you can't. It's not a drug. It's something natural. So you don't have to worry about that. So I am correct about that, right? There is no such a thing of having any problem with this any which way, because it's not a chemical and it's not a drug. It's just naturally occurring in the human body anyways in a healthy person.
Yeah. Again, this is a natural compound that's normally produced in your body. We sometimes lose, well, we always kind of lose some as we age, but the whole point is that we actually could induce increased excretion of IGF-1 in our bodies when we are more athletic and working out. And it is a natural compound. And the bottom line is why some sports authorities want to ban it is because they can't really detect it. Unless you do very extensive testing, like saying right before somebody takes it, you get a blood, for instance, like a blood level, and then right after they take it, you take a blood level. And I did an actual study on this. We did show increasing blood levels of the insulin-like growth factor 1, but after 15 to 30 minutes, it was back to normal because your body actually uses these growth factors very readily, and they're put to use very effectively. So the whole point is that they're all natural. They're meant to be there. They're doing what is supposed to be happening, with your muscles to increase their ability to have that buildup, that reparative thing, if you will. But more importantly, it does it in such a manner that it is in accordance with the way we are designed to be. And so again, this is not something that is a drug that can be detected on a test. It's something that is there, that's meant to be there. We're simply enhancing those levels to give you maximal performance.
So the bottom line is we're just giving back what you should have anyways. It's all natural, and it's only natural to be healthy, and it's only natural to be active. So let's take massive personal action and have the best active life that we can have. Let's dance, okay? Let's swim, let's bike, okay? And let's enjoy our days like we were meant to. So take massive personal action because you're worth it. Have a beautiful day. And just know that if you want more information, please go to docofdetox.com and check out IGF-1. All right? Until we talk again, take care. Welcome back to the Doc of Detox show, everybody. Today I have the honor of being with Dr. Bruce Fong, and we're going to be talking about anti-aging and the fountain of youth in the regards to IGF-1, a very special nutrient that you made when you were in your 20s and 30s, but guess what? It's almost as diminished to the point that it's no longer made. But what if you could make it? What would that do when it comes to anti-aging, premature aging? Dr. Fong, what do you think?
Well, Daryl, we have this ability to replace IGF-1 and other critical growth factors because as we age, one of the reasons we do age is because we don't have these growth factors there to help to maintain our bodies and their youthful vigor and their youthful energy. And so we have this great product here that is actually derived from deer antler velvet. So you may ask, what's deer antler velvet? Well, deer antler velvet is the inside of the developing or growing antlers of a deer. And most people don't realize that every year deer lose their antlers, and in the course of 110 days in the spring, they grow their antlers right back. And inside that growing antler, on the inside, before the antler becomes kind of more bony, it actually is a gelatinous, really mushy thing that's mostly collagen and all these growth factors. If you harvest these antlers and you pull out these growth factors from the inside of the antler and then just cold press it, that's basically what this product is, and it has a complete growth system in there. It's a complete biologic system that is it gives you an entire array of these growth factors back that we are probably lacking as we grow older. And these growth factors will help us to put on muscle and maintain our muscle. They'll help us to burn fat. They'll help our metabolism increase. They'll help us to balance out our hormones, among some of the more basic things that they do. But they have a lot of secondary effects which can help not only with feeling youthful and vigorous, but also to feel in general much more healthy and to be able to get the most out of your life.
And that's the bottom line, isn't it? The bottom line is what if we could turn back the hands of time and get you feeling like you did in your later 20s, in your 30s, and understand something. It's not just about energy, it's not just about fun, but it takes energy to run this beautiful body of ours. So if you want to know more about this amazing product, IGF-1 25,000 or the 300,000, please go to store.docofdetox.com and dive into the IGF page and then do your research and find out that this product has no negative effects in any type of condition that anybody has that they would like to overcome. And also, wouldn't it feel great just to feel great?